How's it going, everybody? I have Money here, and before we get into today's video, I want to let you know that you're going to be watching Diana go 65-3. She's going to be knocking out a double KEM, but the reason I'm disgruntled with Diana is because she ruined my motherfucking video. See, what I had planned was for her to send me a cool selfie, not no bogus selfie like the one she sent me, so I could say, today we're going to start our commentary, but first, let me take a selfie. And it would have been really fucking cool. But Diana, hashtag hater of selfies, hashtag ruiner of my commentary / gameplay videos, fucked it all up. But instead, I decided to tell you guys a little story, and the story is going to be why next month is such a big month. Because I know when I say next month is a really big month, I know you guys automatically think of my YouTube channel. Well, that's only like 10% of why next month is a really big month. And for us to understand why, we have to go all the way back to the past, and outside of a Denny's, we're intoxicated with a .40 caliber handgun in our hand, and we're going to shoot that motherfucker in the air. I'm going to be driving around the very next day in my wonderful, beautiful car that I love, and the cops are going to realize that that's the only car that fits the fucking description in Tacoma of the asshole who was intoxicated, who shot a gun outside of a Denny's. Then I'm going to get arrested, and I'm going to go to fucking jail. Then I'm going to get charged with reckless endangerment, and that charge is going to be deferred. So they're going to say to me, Mr. Jackson, if you don't get in trouble for the next year, you, my friend, will have your record wiped clean, and this charge will go away. But that's not all, because that one incident kind of streamlined a fucking snowball of just negative shit that seemed to fuck my life up. After that occurred, I actually had a job lined up in Houston that I desperately not only wanted, but also fucking needed, because I hadn't worked for 9 months. And after that incident occurred, they did a background check. I failed the fuck out of that shit. So bam, I lost that fucking job. Then a week later, after I lose the job, I had an issue with my car. I had an electrical malfunction in the transmission or engine component, which was going to cost $800. No big deal at the moment because I did have some money left, but I didn't have any money to splurge on my car, considering $800 for a part is pretty expensive. Also considering that that part was not going to fix the fucking problem, because I happened to buy a BMW that 1 out of 10,000 BMWs had this fucking problem. The transmission was fucked. So even after I bought that component, I would still need to sink another $6,000 into that car. So in turn, I ended up selling the car, and I lost the car because I couldn't afford to replace a whole fucking transmission on top of the component. And I bought the car cash, and let's just say I lost a good fucking chunk of money on that investment. I was really stumped, and it took a couple months for me to get back on my feet and say, you know what? I'm still gonna be fucking depressed, but I need to show my face to the world and become a normal human being somewhat. So I ended up meeting up with my friend, and she told me something that I'll never forget, and that one phrase, that one statement really summed everything up. And before I tell you what she said, I want to let you know that I've never been really religious, and in terms of fate and destiny, I've never really believed or been a believer of such things. I think you do something, there's a consequence, there's an action, so on, so on. But I told her how I'd been, gave her the blase, depressed, lost my car, everything's fucked, worked in a shitty ass job. She said, you know what, it's good you lost that car. And I said, what? Did you not hear what the fuck I just said? I said I lost my car. I love that fucking car. She said, yeah, I know you love that car, but it's good you lost that car, because not to say you thought you were better than people, but you thought you were better than people. And the fact that you have to start all the way from ground fucking zero to work your way back, because you'll get back, you're a grinder. But the fact that you have to start all the way at the bottom to work all the way back to the top, it's going to be good for you. You're going to learn something. And I kind of took all that, and eventually I got all the components together to start my YouTube channel. And that YouTube channel, or this YouTube channel, gave me, and still continues to give me, an audience. It gives me a way to voice my opinion, my emotions, everything I was going through, and it gave me something to funnel all that through and made me a normal human being again. I use my stage, my YouTube channel, to talk to you guys about a girl that I was fucking infatuated with. I've liked this girl for all of 6 years, and if you were around, it was over an MSR Moab on Mission. And I talked to you guys about how the situation was perfect. I really liked this girl. A whole bunch of stuff like came into play for us to even like be able to communicate, and for me to even be able to see her. Well, things didn't work out, but last week I decided, you know, next month is a grand month and everything's gonna be free. I have fucking just freedom. So I decided to message her, and I told her, I'm going to make you mine. You're going to be mine. Insert picture of her. Bam. And this is why next month is going to be huge. because this is what I took away from everything. Because last year, I think a higher power bigger than myself saw that I had a lot, more than I definitely fucking needed in any case. And I feel like he said, take that gun out and shoot that motherfucker in the air. And with that, everything I had was taken away. But in turn, he replaced it with things that were just as important in terms of wealth and fortune, just in a different quality of wealth. And I'm even happier. I don't have, a bunch of Louis Vuitton. Well, I still have all the Louis Vuitton, but I don't need additional shit like that to make me happy. I don't have a fancy car. I have a piece of shit car that I hate, but at the same time, I'm not depressed because I'm driving that car. I'm happier because I've been able to build, and I was able to reconstruct my life differently, but have more fulfillment. So I guess that's what I'm saying. Next month is the end conclusion to my life being more fulfilling. Whereas I had so much stuff, but I had nothing really. And I don't want to get into all that because I don't want to sound preachy, but that is basically where everything comes from in terms of my life is going to be back on track next month. I'm going to have a better job. I'm going to have a better life. And in conclusion, I'm going to have the girl, and I'm going to put all them shits together, and everything is just going to be fucking grand. That is my little story for you guys. Hope that all kind of made sense. I kind of ran through it. I wanted to say thank you to Diana, even though she fucked up my commentary and didn't send me my selfie like I asked her to do. Women need to learn to listen. And I do appreciate you giving me the gameplay. I'll catch you guys next time. I am Money out.